Welcome to part 5 of our series, The Greatest Inventions That Shaped Modern Life. Today, we're diving into 3 medical breakthroughs that changed the world: anesthesia, the X-ray machine, and the pacemaker. From painless surgeries to non-invasive imaging and life-saving heart technology, these innovations have saved millions of lives and redefined healthcare. Let's explore how these inventions came to be and how they shape the way we live today. So let's get started. 13. Anesthesia. The invention of anesthesia stands as one of the most revolutionary developments in the history of medicine. Before its discovery, surgeries were performed with patients fully conscious, often enduring excruciating pain. Surgeons had to work as quickly as possible, frequently relying on physical restraint or alcohol and opium to dull the pain, which were largely ineffective. This led to immense suffering and often deterred people from seeking necessary surgical treatment. The breakthrough came in the 19th century. While various substances like mandrake, opium, and alcohol were used throughout ancient history to induce sedation, modern surgical anesthesia began with the discovery of ether. On October 16, 1846, American dentist William T.G. Morton successfully demonstrated the use of diethyl ether as a surgical anesthetic at the Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston. The event, observed by surgeons and students, involved the painless removal of a neck tumor, marking a turning point in medical history. Morton's demonstration built upon earlier work by Horace Wells, who tried nitrous oxide, laughing gas, but failed to prove its efficacy in public surgery demonstrations. After Morton's public display, ether and later chloroform, introduced by James Young Simpson in 1847, quickly gained acceptance in medical practice. These anesthetics allowed surgeons to perform more complex, prolonged procedures without causing unbearable pain to patients. It also significantly improved survival rates and surgical outcomes, as patients no longer thrashed in pain during operations, reducing trauma and the risk of infection from hastily performed surgeries. The advent of anesthesia not only alleviated the physical agony of surgery, but also revolutionized the entire medical field. It laid the foundation for modern surgical practices, allowing for the development of specialties such as neurosurgery, organ transplantation, and cardiac surgery. Interventions that would have been unthinkable without pain management. Life before anesthesia was grim for those requiring surgery. Procedures like amputations were a last resort, and patients often died from shock or infection. With anesthesia, the face of medicine changed forever, bringing humanity into a new era of compassionate and sophisticated healthcare. 14. X-ray machine. The invention of the X-ray machine marked another one of the most transformative moments in the history of science and medicine. It was discovered accidentally in 1895 by German physicist Wilhelm Roentgen, while he was experimenting with cathode rays in his laboratory at the University of Würzburg. He noticed a strange glow coming from a fluorescent screen, even though it was not in the path of the visible rays. Upon investigation, he realized that this glow was caused by an unknown type of radiation that could pass through solid objects and reveal the outlines of bones and metal. He called these mysterious rays X-rays to denote their unknown nature. Roentgen's discovery was revolutionary and earned him the first Nobel Prize in Physics in 1901. Before the invention of X-rays, medical diagnosis was heavily limited and largely speculative. Doctors had to rely on physical examinations and patient descriptions to diagnose broken bones, internal injuries, or foreign objects inside the body. Surgical exploration was often the only way to truly see what was going on internally, which was highly risky and painful. As a result, many internal conditions went undiagnosed or were treated incorrectly, leading to higher mortality rates and prolonged suffering. Fractures, tumors, and lung diseases, for example, were extremely difficult to detect without cutting open the body. The invention of the X-ray machine revolutionized both medicine and science. It allowed for non-invasive imaging of the human body, enabling doctors to diagnose conditions accurately and quickly. Surgeons could now plan their procedures with greater precision, and treatment outcomes improved significantly. Beyond healthcare, X-rays found applications in fields such as security, e.g. airport baggage checks, industrial quality control, and even archaeology. The public reaction was a mix of awe and curiosity, with early X-ray portraits becoming a novelty. However, due to limited understanding, Early exposure practices led to health issues from radiation, which eventually led to the development of safety protocols. In essence, life before X-rays was defined by medical guesswork and invasive procedures, while life after X-rays was defined by clarity, precision, and a profound leap forward in healthcare. This single invention paved the way for modern radiology and a deeper understanding of the human body, ultimately saving millions of lives. 15th, pacemaker. The invention of the pacemaker revolutionized the field of cardiology and transformed the lives of millions suffering from heart rhythm disorders. Before the pacemaker, individuals with bradycardia, abnormally slow heart rate, or heart block often face severely limited lives, constantly fatigued and at risk of sudden cardiac arrest. Many could not perform basic physical tasks, and their life expectancy was greatly reduced. These patients were often bedridden or unable to function normally due to the heart's inability to pump enough blood to meet the body's needs. The first external pacemaker was developed in 1950 by Canadian electrical engineer John Hopps, often called the father of biomedical engineering in Canada. His work was based on research by Dr. Wilfred Bigelow and Dr. John Callahan, who were studying the effects of hypothermia on cardiac function. They theorized that electrical stimulation could restore a slowed or stopped heart. Hopps created a bulky tabletop-sized device that delivered electrical pulses via electrodes inserted into the heart. An early external solution. The first fully implantable pacemaker came soon after, in 1958, and was developed by Swedish engineer Rune Elmqvist and Dr. Åke Senning, a surgeon. They implanted their device in a 43-year-old man named Arne Larsson, who became the first person to receive such a device and went on to live over 40 years with multiple replacements. The impact of the pacemaker's invention has been profound. It allowed patients with severe arrhythmias to regain normal lives, restoring their ability to walk, work, and live without constant fear of sudden cardiac death. The pacemaker has continued to evolve, becoming smaller, more reliable, and now includes features like rate responsiveness and remote monitoring. In modern medicine, it is a standard, life-saving treatment that continues to give countless people a second chance at life. Before these inventions, patients faced unimaginable pain, limited diagnostic tools, and little hope for heart conditions. Today, thanks to these innovations, we live longer, healthier, and more comfortable lives. If you're passionate about science, history, or medicine, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. Tell us in the comments which invention you want us to cover next. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.